Hey y'all, meteorologist Sydney Goldberg here from the First Alert Desk on this Tuesday. How about a freezing Tuesday morning? This is where we started. A light freeze for many places this morning along and north of the interstate corridors. 30 degrees is where we started this morning in Baton Rouge, 31 in Gonzales. Even saw some upper 20s this morning, 28 in Hammond, 26, Slidell, Macomb, Bogalusa. Our typical cooler spots started off with a light freeze this Tuesday morning, but I'll tell you what, the winter feel is not going to be here for much longer. We're already warming up this morning now into the mid 50s for many places, low 50s and some, 52 in Hammond and New Orleans, Slidell. We're now in the mid 50s here at Baton Rouge Metro Airport at 54, 55 over in Gonzales. So today will be on the cooler side, but actually warmer than we were yesterday. So we'll get into around the mid to upper 60s, maybe in some places. So I've got us around upper 50s by lunchtime, noon, getting into the mid 60s through the afternoon. 65. We'll keep the sunshine today, so that'll feel really nice in the sunshine. Maybe a little bit cooler if you're under the shade, but we will fall back down to the 50s by this evening. I've got us reaching the upper 40s by midnight. Winds will continue out of the south-southwest. So what that's going to do is actually pump in some more moisture. So the past couple of days, yesterday and Sunday, we had red flag warnings in place, and that was because one, really low humidity, two, it was very breezy. So what that meant, anything that could spark up could lead to fires spreading very quickly, and we actually saw that happen over the past couple of days. So now the fire critical conditions are now lessening because our winds coming out of the south is helping to pump in some more moisture. So that's good news for our fire threat. The other thing is, remember we were talking about saying goodbye to the winter feel? That's because of the pattern change that's happening. So we're kind of right in the middle of call it a transition day, because we started off freezing. We'll warm up this afternoon, and then, well, the end of the work week is going to feel more like spring. Here's why. In the water vapor, you can see this big area of clockwise motion. You see that here? That's high pressure in the upper levels. This is sliding east. High pressure in the upper levels usually means a drier weather pattern and also a warmer weather pattern. And that's what we have in the days ahead. Check this out. So Tuesday, which is today, in the mid to maybe upper 60s today. That's running still below normal for this time of year. Closer to it, but a little bit below normal. By Wednesday, +7 departure from normal, so that's running well above normal into the upper 70s to low 80s all the way through early next week. That's 80 degrees by Monday of next week. That's running anywhere from 7 to 11 degrees warmer, so that's our difference from average for this time of year. So we're turning warmer and also well above normal in the days ahead through the rest of the work week and going into this weekend. So if you like the warmer weather, you're going to like this upcoming rest of the work week. The other thing is we're talking about the moisture, right? The fire weather conditions. So still drier today. Those dew points in the low 30s. Yesterday they were in the teens to low 20s. So we're getting there. We're getting better. Moisture increasing by Thursday, and then it'll drop again. Why? We have another cold front that'll slide through Thursday into Friday, and that brings, well, our next chance for rain. So we're really looking at scattered showers, maybe a few storms overnight Thursday going into early Friday morning. That's what that timing is looking like right now. Then after that cold front sweeps through, we'll go back to the drier weather pattern and also the drier conditions. But I'll tell you now, this cold front is not very strong. It's more like a boundary. We'll call it that, because you saw the temperatures going past the work week into the weekend. We're still running well above normal in the upper 70s to low 80s. So it's not going to deliver us a temperature change at that, just going to deliver our next chance of rain. So let's go through the timing. This is the graph model. I've got it paused at 7 a.m. on Thursday. Really, we're just looking at some isolated showers throughout the day on Thursday. That's the best chance of moisture that we have for that day. So here we go. Paused it at noon, showing some little flickers of green. So light showers is what we're looking at really throughout the day on Thursday into the afternoon. Mixture of sun and clouds. Here's 3 p.m. Again, minimal flickers of green is what the model is showing here. So isolated showers really for the first part of the day. Then once we get closer into the evening, so I've got this paused at 8 p.m. on Thursday, showing a bit more scattered light showers popping up. But look at the corner here, right at the top to the north and west of us. There's our next line of showers and storms popping up ahead of the cold front. So if we advance this, here's Friday at midnight. I feel like it skipped a lot, didn't it? Let's see. Scattered showers really throughout the day. Thursday, 3 p.m., 8 p.m. There we go. Midnight, same thing. We advance this early Friday morning. Here comes the line. 3 a.m. Some embedded little thunderstorms in here. I'm not worried about severe weather with this. Maybe a brief downpour, but you see all the red is really up to the north and east of us. That's where the best chance for thunderstorm activity is going to be. Overnight Friday morning, it clears out very quickly. This is 7 a.m. on Friday, all the way to the south and east of us over in New Orleans. So we're not looking like a whole lot of rain and or storms with this front. And again, it's not going to deliver our cool down for our temperatures. So when we look at on average the next 7 days, Weather Prediction Center's rain total amounts, minimal, right? Less than 1/10 of an inch for many places to the south, maybe along the interstates and northward, 1/10 of an inch to at best 1/4 of an inch. So really this isn't going to deliver any kind of heavy rain and or true kind of severe weather threat with this at all. Which we actually kind of need the rain, especially for some places. This is the latest drought monitor. This came out last Thursday, so we'll get a new update to this on Thursday. And this is part of the reason why we had those critical fire conditions. We have a lot of dry soil, dry ground. Now for the immediate Baton Rouge metro, we're okay, but the surrounding areas, we've got some abnormally dry conditions to possibly severe down towards the south. The red area over by the Mississippi River, that's extreme drought. So certainly some places need the rain, and unfortunately that cold front is just not going to deliver any kind of drought busting rainfall totals that those places would need. But we'll take anything, right? All right, Tuesday, that's today, 6:30 p.m. we have baseball returning to the box. LSU Tigers, McNeese. It'll be cool into the upper 50s. Dropping to the low 50s. First pitch is at 6:30. Blowing winds will be out at 5 to 10 miles an hour, so you'll probably want the light jacket or sweater if you're going to be headed to the box this evening to catch some baseball. Otherwise, a pretty quiet week. Even though we have our next rain chance on Thursday going into Friday, it's minimal, right? And it's going overnight, so not going to be that impactful in terms of rain chances and for our drought and dry conditions. So, and the other thing is, it shouldn't even be called a cold front, because look at that, staying in the upper 70s. I mean, Friday we dropped to 77. That's a little bit cooler than 79, right? But staying in the upper 70s through the weekend, possibly low 80s. So spring-like weather is here to stay. All right, in less than an hour, Jeff Moore will have more details on what to expect in the days ahead, the warmth and the details on the rain by the end of the week, all for you right here on WAFB.
Southern Air of Baton Rouge says no, 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 no interest, no money down, no payments for 12 months on HVAC, plumbing, and electrical services. Scan the QR code on your screen to learn more.
I'm Lawyer Locke Meredith. If you're battling an insurance company because of a wreck not your fault and they're not calling you back or being fair, whether you hire us at all, give us a call, 272-5555, or email Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates. You have nothing to lose.